The text came at 2:47 a.m. I was half asleep, scrolling through old photos on my phone when my screen lit up. "We need to talk, urgently." It was from her. My ex-wife. The woman I had spent 7 years with, the one I had loved more fiercely than I thought possible, the one I hadn't spoken to in over a year. My heart froze before it started pounding. I stared at the words, the glow of the screen illuminating the memories that I thought I had locked away. I didn't respond immediately. I paced my apartment instead, the silence of the night pressing in. Urgently? What could possibly be urgent after all this time? My first thought was something practical, maybe she needed help with something, but another colder thought crept in. Or is it about him? I tried to shake it off, telling myself I had moved on. I had rebuilt my life slowly, one quiet victory at a time. But the name of my ex-wife, her laughter, the smell of her hair, the nights I thought we were building forever, surfaced without warning. A day later she called. I didn't pick up. I wanted to, but something in my chest told me to wait. Her missed call sat there blinking at me. Another one. Then a message. "Please just answer. I can't do this over text." I felt a swell of confusion, anger, and something darker, anticipation. I remembered the small things from our marriage that now stung. The way she used to hide her phone, how she would laugh a little too quickly when I asked who she was texting, the sudden canceling of plans because work ran late. Back then I told myself I was overthinking. Maybe I wasn't. Finally I called her. She answered immediately, voice trembling but controlled. "We need to meet," she said, no preamble. I agreed, though every instinct in me screamed to run. We met at a quiet cafe, the kind where no one would notice the tension radiating off us. She looked different, tired, older, yet still the woman I had loved. She slid into the seat across from me, avoided my gaze, and sighed. "I shouldn't have done it," she started, voice low. I was with someone else even before we divorced. And I thought I was over it, but now, I don't know." The words hit me like a punch. I felt my stomach drop, a slow nausea as memories that had once been comforting became laced with betrayal. I remembered late nights when she claimed she was at work, sudden laughter at messages I couldn't see, a warmth in her eyes when she looked at her phone, but never at me. "Why now?" I asked, barely above a whisper, trying to control the storm inside me. "I needed you to know. I thought maybe we could try again, but only if everything was honest. I can't do this lying anymore." Her eyes were pleading, but the truth was raw, sharp, and jagged. I didn't want her apology, I didn't want her confession. I wanted the years back, the trust, the life I thought we had. I spent the next week replaying everything, scanning our past, finding cracks I had ignored. The missed calls she'd made to people she said didn't matter, the sudden trips she took for work, the hidden messages I stumbled upon accidentally. Each one was a dagger of memory I hadn't realized was sharp. I questioned myself first. Had I been too controlling, too blind? But slowly the evidence pointed elsewhere. My love had blinded me to the betrayal. I didn't confront her aggressively. There was no shouting, no dramatic scene. Instead, I listened, watched, and cataloged the truth. I realized that love, no matter how strong, cannot survive deceit without breaking. I felt grief, pure and unrelenting, for the marriage I had lost, not to the world but to the quiet erosion of honesty. In the end, we didn't get back together. She left with tears and apologies, and I stayed behind with a hollow ache. But there was also clarity. I walked away from the cafe that day feeling both shattered and strangely free. I understood that self-respect sometimes comes with the price of heartbreak, that strength can be quiet, measured, and patient. I've learned that closure isn't about punishment or revenge. It's about truth. And sometimes the hardest truths are the ones that set you free. A year after our divorce, her text reminded me of what I had lost, yes, but also of what I had rebuilt myself. The echoes of betrayal faded slowly, replaced with a resilience I hadn't known I possessed. Love, even when it hurts, can teach you how to survive and how to reclaim your life.